The Ramsey Baby Steps are missing three important key aspects, and that's why they're so hard to start. I'm going to dive into this a little bit more and break down what exactly those three aspects are that are missed out in the baby steps. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to this channel, I'm Jeff Bulloch. I'm an MBA and a CPA. This is Smart Money, and I help people make smarter decisions with their money. All right, so let's dive into this a little bit more. What is exactly missed in the Ramsey Baby Steps? So with the Ramsey Baby Steps, it really dives into what you need to do to have financial peace, but it does not help you start that process. And that is what is missing in the baby steps, is that starting. How do you even start this? How do you even get the motivation behind getting this going? How do you get something so large done and completed? That's where these three aspects come in, that you can break down the starting process and you can actually get started with these Dave Ramsey solution baby steps. So let's dive into what is the first thing that you need to do in order to get started to have financial health in your life. Well, the first thing that you need to do is you need to understand how you got where you are. You need to understand that you don't like to be where you are, and then you need to understand that you can get to a better place. You're not stuck where you are. There is a way out. There is something that you can do. You can achieve this financial health. The other thing that is, some people, they like where they are. They like the debt that they have. They like the lifestyle that they have, and they don't want to change. Right now might not be the key time for them to change. They need to understand for themselves that they want to have that change in their own lives. Nobody's going to be able to force anyone else into this. Now, if you are a married couple, you can work hand in hand with each other to help motivate and make small steps into the right direction. But the first thing that you need to do when you're trying to achieve financial health is you first need to understand that there is hope for the future. You can do this. You can get out of any situation that you are in. And I've heard a slew of very challenging situations that people are in, and they feel hopeless. They feel like there is no way out of the situation they're in. But there always is. There's always a way out. It might take some time, it might take some perseverance, and it might be very challenging, but you can have that financial hope that you are looking for. Now you might say, okay, so I can have financial hope. Is that all I need to do? Am I ready to get in, jump in, and dive in and do this? I would say there is the other two aspects with this. And the second aspect of this getting into financial health, second aspect that you need to have is setting goals. Oftentimes you see it all over the place. People set goals in January. They say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get out of debt. That's what I'm going to do. 3 months in, they're burnt out. They're tired of tight finances that they have to have in order to achieve those goals. They're tired of having to stick to the budget. They're tired of this and that. And maybe they've overspent. They're tired of it, right? And so they throw their goal out the window and they say, I'm not even going to try that, right? But if you take those goals and you make them achiever goals. Now, this is an acronym that I've come up with to help people achieve their goals. Goals are not easily achieved, but if you make them achiever goals, they are easily achieved. Now, an achiever goal is first achievable. Your goal has to be achievable. The next one is they have to be a goal that you care about. It has to be something you care so much about that you're willing to put whatever it is you want back on the shelf and not purchase it. It has to be something you care so much about that you are willing to sacrifice for it. All right, the next thing is habitual. It has to be something that kind of creates this habit in your life. Maybe you're looking at your budget every morning. You're checking your bank account every morning. Maybe you're looking into your budget weekly. Whatever it is, it's a habit that you've created that's almost inevitable, that you are going to do this every day, that you're going to do this every week. It's inevitable. So that when the burnout comes, you're well, I'm just gonna keep up with my habit. The burnout's there, but it's a habit now, and I'm going to get it done. So it's habitual. Next is it needs to be identifiable. You need to be able to measure what it means. What are you really reaching for? What is that? Are you reaching to have at least one of your debts paid off by such a month, June? You can have success at that time. Something that you understand. It's not just, I'm going to pay off all my debt. Everything's going to be gone. Or what exactly does that mean? Are you going to have your credit card still? No credit cards, right? So what exactly are you saying? Make it quite specific, identifiable. Then it needs to be event bound. I kind of was touching on this before, by June. It could also be by Christmas, by an event, within the quarter, but it needs to be something that ties that debt payment within a time period. So it's not just forever. I'm going to try and work on this forever. There's no end in sight. There needs to be an end in sight, something that you can really work at. Now, the habitual ties into this because you are going to be making small chunks of achievements that work up to that larger achievement. So it's not just at the end of the quarter, voila, it's done, I'm there. Well, you won't quite get it at that point. All right, so it needs to have the small little increments that you're working on up to. The next one is visionary. You need to have an understanding of why. It's not just, oh, well, they said so. They said it was a good idea. My friends all want me to. You're not going to make it very far if it's somebody else's vision, somebody else's dream. It needs to be your own dream. Why are you wanting to get out of debt? Why are you wanting to have this financial peace, this financial health in your life? Are you tired of the stress? Are you tired of where you are? Maybe that's why you're wanting it. Or maybe you are wanting to be able to have a house and not have the stress of owning a house, right? So maybe that's your reason why. So it has to be visionary. Your goal needs to be visionary. The next thing is expressed. You need to tell people, let people know, this is my goal, this is what I'm working for. That way they can ask you later, did you do it? Did you achieve your goal? How did it go? And you can have some of that accountability, but you can also share the good things that happen. All right, and the last thing is it needs to be reviewed. Have it on your wall. Have it something that you can check off, and you can go through as you're achieving it. You can achieve little tiny steps up to your larger goal. And now that's an achiever goal. That makes it so your goals can be achievable. When you're looking at these baby steps, these Dave Ramsey baby steps, they're huge goals. They're really hard to take on all at once. But take on a little bit at a time, make them into an achiever goal, and work on it a little bit at a time and make it a habit, right? And this is how you can achieve those very large goals that are in those baby steps. All right, and now you can say, okay, yeah, I can do this. I'm going to work on this once I get started. It's all great. But the last thing that's being missed is having a financial routine, right? You might get through all your baby steps, but then where's the routine after that? How do you continue to live a healthy lifestyle after all of those baby steps? So the next thing is to have that financial routine. Have some budget that you have in place. And I would recommend the banking envelope system. I talk about that in another video that I've created. But have a routine, a financial routine that you have set up so that you are not spending more than you're making, so that you are able to continue without that debt, so you can continue without those credit cards. After that, you're ready to go. You can follow those baby steps. You won't get burned out. You'll be able to achieve the financial health that you know that you want in your life. All right, if I missed out anything, let me know in the comments. If you thought this was helpful, please like and subscribe, share it with some of your friends, and look for the other videos that I'm sharing. I know that you can achieve that financial health that you are looking for. You've just got to make the first step. All right, thank you. I hope this is helpful. Bye.